All right, got to talk about the adjustment that you guys made in the game. The press that Pitt was putting on. Later in the second half, you guys were really able to open it up. Talk about the adjustment you made to their defense and really just, took over this game and won it.
Yeah, they're a very good team, and we have a lot of respect for them. And so, kind of our game plan was to have our forwards help out in midfield defensively. But by doing that, right, we're taking us away from our strength a little bit, right? And I think that's what happened in the first half, right? We were almost catering to them a little bit, and they kind of had their way with us a little bit, and probably deserved to be up 1-0 at half, even though the goal they scored was, disappointing, right? And then the second half, you come out and you're down 1-0, and you're in a desperate situation, and we know what makes us good, and we got to play with energy, and we got to get in their face, and make them deal with us and make them adjust to us. And I thought we were pretty good. We left our forwards high, right? We were pressing in midfield. Might have meant that we were 7v7, kind of, outside of our front line in the rest of the field, and obviously a little bit risky, but we defended, I think, incredibly well against, like we talked about, the first or second highest scoring team in the league, and as we've talked about for a long time, we've got a lot of really good players, and really happy for Lauren Flynn to get a goal, right? That kid loves to score. She's, by birth an attacking player, and watching everybody celebrate with her was amazing. And then they were very physical with Jordan Dudley, right? They did a good job on her, but she's a warrior, man. And Beata played her a phenomenal through ball, and Jordan smashed it. Great goal. And then obviously the third one was vital and nice for Ekajini to get a goal. I mean, that's her national team coach, right? And I don't believe she had scored against Pitt, right, in the last year. And so really happy for her. And then I thought we did a good job closing the game out. Obviously we don't want to give up that second goal, but they had maybe a cross or so after that second goal, but we did a good job basically keeping the game in this half. And that's a good team. Right, that's a good team. They're really well coached. They're organized. They've got attacking players, and our team had to weather some challenges. Right, they were frustrating to play against. They could keep the ball. They could transition quickly. They presented a lot of challenges for us, and you could see at times our kids getting a little frustrated, which I think is hard, but it's good for us in the end.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned wanted to go back to the Ekajini.
Well, you made it here.
I did. I told you I'd make one. I'm a man of my word.
You are.
So the Ekajini goal to really give you that 2-goal lead, especially with so much emotion. Just describe what that meant, and describe the shift that she put in today, switching sides of the field, dropping back into midfield a lot. Just describe being able to put in a shift and then get a goal on top of that.
Yeah, big deal. We probably played her more minutes than maybe we would have liked to have. But we didn't feel like we wanted to take her off the field, because we know that she always has the potential to score a goal, right? And I tell her, but that doesn't mean anything, right? We tell her that she is best when she's close to goal, right? I don't know what goal number that was for her, but she played up top last week, scored twice. She played up top tonight, scored once. Maybe that puts her at 9 for the year, something like that. And like I said earlier, I think a special moment for her, given the fact that it was against her coach.
You mentioned the frustrations early on against the defense they were bringing out there, but I guess how were you able to turn the tables on them, as they drew that yellow later on in the game? I guess how were you able to kind of turn it around and kind of have what they were doing kind of fall on top of them?
I think we had a little bit more soccer to us. It was a combination. We obviously kept trying to play big balls. They're a very good defensive team, right? Mm-hmm. They read our big balls well. They dropped well. We had to find kind of the right run and the right moments to actually be able to get in behind them. But we also talked about, can we break lines? Can we get it in the midfield and then put balls behind them, which I think is what you saw on the second goal, right? Beata gets faced up in midfield, and now it's just a push in behind the back line. We were trying to get that a little bit in the wide areas, and we did at times, got Huff out there in front of our bench a little bit, tried to get Ron out there a little bit. So again, a mix between, breaking that first line of 4, and then putting stuff behind them, and then the timing and the movement of our runs in behind with the bigger balls. And then when we didn't win that first ball, our aggression and our desperation to go and pick up second balls, challenge second balls, and eventually win the ball back, and then make a choice: are we going to play, or are we going to put something behind them again?
You know, that bend don't break, mentality, going down 1-0, stuff like that. You guys have been, in a deeper position with the Clemson game as well too. I guess how much did that go into your identity at halftime of this is who we are, and we can win this?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously can tell our team and whatever we want, but they have to feel it. And I think they have been there before. I don't know if we've been down at half. We have been down, but I don't know that we've ever been down at half. And so that was a new challenge for us, right? And like I said, we were a little frustrated and a little pissed off, right? As they should be. But you saw energy-wise and persistence, and you saw when we pressure and then we get half chances, we get energy out of that, right? Versus giving away possession and giving away chances. And so I think that energy from our pressure, from starting to create some stuff, builds a little bit of belief, and then builds the energy, and then I think obviously we started putting them on their heels a little bit.